marginally favours Shelberry. The fourth international meeting. The gentleman on the left leads 2-1, but TRULS MOREGARD on the right won the most recent at the European Championships this year, 4-2. Shelberry won at the Contender in Antalya last year and in the Swedish Open in 2018. Christopher Gunter is the umpire. He will be assisted by Ronald Mugwanya.
Green or pink? Green. It's pink, you won. Receive. This side. Okay.
Anton Shelberry winning the toss of the coin and choosing to receive. We anticipate something spectacular. We are likely to get it.
Expect the unexpected, particularly with TRULS MOREGARD. Does Anton Shelberry have the weaponry here, the composure to tame the talent of the Vice Olympic champion in men's singles, TRULS MOREGARD? What a year he's having. Hasn't had as much success on a world table tennis table as he would have liked. Could this be the difference?
This is how he's made it through to the last four, and that win yesterday against Felix Lebrun in 29 minutes. It was a fabulous victory, his first ever against that particular Lebrun. He takes on his own teammate. He takes on the world number 27, Anton Shelberry, a winner of 3 titles, and with the better head-to-head record marginally. He's only lost 1 game so far. That was against Ricardo Volta in yesterday's quarterfinal, a quarterfinal that was impeded by Volta picking up an injury to his right arm. You get into the final tomorrow, you pick up 700 ITTF world ranking points. You pick up a fine share of $500,000 as well. Huge prestige. We asked you the question, what do you think? At worldtabletennis.com, you answered that TRULS MOREGARD will win this. 72% of you favouring the younger player. It's time to discover. It's time for the last semi-final. It's time for history from Sweden.
First game, MOREGARD to serve. Love all.
Which of these two gentlemen will become the first Swedish player to make it into a Champions final?
Love.
I want to come back to something you said right as the players were walking out. You said, expect the unexpected. And my question to you would be, how exactly, if you're Anton Shelberry, do you do that? How do you anticipate that which you know you cannot anticipate?
You can. You just have to have the antidote to it. TRULS MOREGARD will find ways to get in his creative shots, the shot block, the fanning backhand, the hook. Of course, it all starts right from his services, which are very misleading serves.
2, 3.
And is it about not becoming destabilized by his immense creativity and flair?
Yeah, that's right. Because he constantly breaks the rhythm, MOREGARD. It's about how do you create rhythm for yourself? How do you get into a tempo which you can play your best shots? It's a very interesting match.
3, 4.
Well, that's creating a rhythm.
Just once he gets in with that venomous play, he's a very hard man to contain, Anton Charbonneau, in position. His strokes have such great quality. And he plays very well in front of the German fans, you have to say.
5-4.
With his 8 seasons in the German Bundesliga with Düsseldorf.
He said in the post-match interview yesterday, Anton Charbonneau, that it's almost extraordinary to think about how well he knows his opponent, how well his opponent's day knows him. He had a chuckle about it as he was contemplating it.
And I think it was TRULS that showed Anton Charbonneau that it was possible to beat a Chinese Hall of Famer like Wang Chuqin. Charbonneau, awe-inspiringly defeated in straight games. Second only time Wang Chuqin has been defeated in straights.
7-5.
The best victory in terms of world ranking of his opponent of his life.
They pushed each other. And they pushed each other all the way to standing on an Olympic podium together.
8-5.
That's why these kinds of matches at a WTT Champions event are so exciting to witness, because we see the impact of teammates pushing each other.
5.
You get
9.
better when others around you are fighting for your place.
That's right. You can't rest on your laurels. There's no room for complacency.
Good start this from TRULS MOREGARD.
5-10.
But when you can predict so much about your opponent, having played with them so much, isn't it then that unpredictability factor? Isn't that what makes MOREGARD such a special athlete?
Let 10, 5,
So
10.
far, the scoreboard would say yes.
10-6.
There we go. The first game goes to the younger player. For the higher ranked one, though. It's an emphatic start from TRULS MOREGARD. 11-6. Let's look at how he's managed to finish off some quick points. Very interesting, that Fraser. Some really quick points played by MOREGARD.
He's got more unpredictability through the backhand side than Anton Charbonneau. He's someone who won't as happily just stay playing backhands on the backhand side. Johnny Cohen, Steve Dainton, Petra Serling there enjoying this old
Second game,
Swedish
Scheller
clash.
to serve. Love all.
Particularly happy.
Let, love, all. Love, 1.
Just to talk more on the matter of the resurgence of the Swedish men, it was fantastic for them to win the European Team Championships together after waiting 21 years for that title.
1. all.
Managed to win it as well in Malmö, Sweden. Made it that much more special for them.
Let 1 all.
Truls Moregard was a baby when it was last done.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Nice
2
work, good
all.
forehands.
Smothering play here from Moregard. Pretended like he was going to fade the first one, but did on the second one.
2,
And a
3.
fine serve in response from Shelberi.
Look how well Moregard deals with it.
It's pretty disheartening when you produce a serve of that quality and that's what's done with it.
Well,
4,
Shelberi tried to surprise
2.
Truls, and how do you kid a kidder?
Maybe that had something to do with what was done to him with the previous point as well. You know, you give it your best and nothing.
All
goes
these
your
things
way.
are linked, and that's why you'll see Shelberi missing balls that he might not usually miss because of who's on the other side.
4, 2. 4, 3.
Perfectly played receive here. Took note of that, Moregard.
Oh,
3,
rapidity of
5.
serve.
No giveaway with his motion there. It's the same motion as he does with his forehand shovel serve.
Four, 5.
Anton Shelberi certainly has the speed required to recover, required to get in position for a different shot against Moregard. But how well can he actually anticipate?
5, all.
It's nice that we can now talk about Anton Shelberi in a similar way to Truls. You know, a medalist at a major event. It was a childhood dream as well for Anton Shelberi, who of course is a little bit older than Moregard, but has now fit perfectly into the
6,
top 2
5.
for his country.
Yes, he said after winning that medal in Paris that he was still not entirely sure it had happened. About a week later,
5,
felt that it was
7.
quite possibly still a dream.
It's interesting because with Moregard, I felt like he thought of himself as a legend before he even was one. The manifestation of this player is something that could be studied in future years, that belief that he always would make it.
5, 8.
This is a little problematic now for Shelberi. Suddenly the pressure's on in game number 2. He's in his first ever champion semi-final after all.
Let 8, 5, 8. 8, 6.
Was an important serve to get right.
Got an immense service game, Anton.
Truls Moregard has won 3/4 of these points with ball in hand. Well, that one.
8, 7.
Tried to play the chop block. Heavy spin into the middle. Very, very good opener there from Anton Shelberi. He has developed his ability to use his wrist with his backhand, because typically he likes to block and punch a little bit more with that side TRULS MOREGARD.
Play.
That one didn't go well for him. It's both points against serve.
9,
Well, it
8.
really is going backwards and forwards with increasing lack of clarity the second game. They both led. Oh, yes, that's marvellous, and he's got game point with it.
That one wasn't meant to come back, that hammer from MOREGARD. What a block here from Anton Charbonneau, right down the line.
And that's the problem, isn't it? If you play a shot like that and it comes back, you are never going to get position. Oh, he's put it in almost the same place again. And he's got the first game to level TRULS MOREGARD. We are being thoroughly entertained. 11-6, MOREGARD wins the first, 11-8, Shelberry wins the second.
Time.
Welcome to the Infinity Arena in Frankfurt. Welcome to the WTT Champions event.
Third
Watching
game.
on,
MOREGARD to serve.
TRULS MOREGARD's partner, Leah.
Love all. One, love.
And we are watching on, thoroughly engrossed by this one. What a match.
They've already made history, the Swedes, being able to guarantee that we're going to have a Swedish finalist for the first time at a Champions.
Love.
Who is it going to be?
2.
MOREGARD is the poster boy, isn't he? But Anton Charbonneau certainly has levels to his games.
Love. 3.
Great timing there from Anton.
Three, 2.
Early advantage for MOREGARD. Beaten away at by Shelberry. Behaving exactly like the previous game.
2, 4.
Just to remind you, this is best of 7. That little more opportunity to mount a comeback, but conversely, that little bit harder to win.
Three, 4.
TRULS MOREGARD has secured his place in Fukuoka. Lovely movements from Shelberry. Got MOREGARD dancing around laterally.
Look at his posture, his wideness of base. So balanced, Anton Charbonneau. can use the muscle on the big finishers, but in the rally, can make those minor adjustments.
4, 5.
This is an early turning point.
Oh, that's brilliant. Read it just right, didn't he?
The cuteness of this angle here. That's the only thing when you play your backhand on the parallel. Makes it a more obvious choice for your opponent to go across table. Made that look way easier than what it actually was there, Sharbury.
12 out of the last 16 have been his.
6.
Not that one,
5.
though.
I'll say it again here. The touch play is so good from both. Moregard, for me, has a better forehand. Now he can hook it over, but can Sharbury make this a more backhand-to-backhand rally? Can he make it difficult for TRULS to counter and to punch?
5.
Or will he
7.
just commit pedal to the metal? To kill the point as early as that.
That was struck to perfection. Just remind you that 72% of you favoured him.
Nine, 5.
And he is now, Jules Moregard, under some real scrutiny as Anton Shelberry is charging his way through game number 3.
Nine, 6.
He's given Moregard a lot to contemplate.
He has. I mean, TRULS knows that he can impose himself more with his forehand. So he's going to have to constantly try and vary what he's giving Anton from that side. But he's also scared to pivot because of how well Shelberry can block with his backhand.
6,
As I said,
10.
Anton Shelberry is more of a two-winged player. But he's easier to get into the rally with than Moregard. Moregard's hands near the net are almost unplayable.
7, 10.
3 of the 4 game points remain for the older Anton Shelberry.
Ten, 8.
He admonished himself for that. Not happy with his execution. He'll be very happy if he gets this next one somehow. Any point will do. And there
11,
it is.
8. Game 2, Shelberry.
Just what was needed. Anton Shelberry is now in the lead.
Just caught the net there on that spin. TRULS was going to find that ball tough to deal with anyway. See what happens next. This is interesting.
11-8, 11-8. 2 games in a row from Shelberry. He's 2-1 up. Fukuoka is on everyone's minds. These are the players who have qualified for the WTT finals at the end of the season. TRULS Moregard in 11th place has earned his ticket. As things stand, Darko Jorgic is 16th and on his way to Fukuoka. But hold on just a moment. Who's that we see in 27th place? Anton Shelberry. He could take 16th place. The only caveat is He's only got to go and win the whole thing.
Tobias Bergman there, who is now the head coach of the Swedish senior team, filling the boots of Jörgen Persson, who
For the
recently
game,
retired.
Schellbeck to serve. Love all. Let love all. One love.
Almost went through the net. Oh,
The margins here.
Love.
if Anton
Two.
Shelbetti wins this match, and he's a long way from doing it, just to remind you, best of 7, but if he wins it, and if he goes on to lift the title, and he jumps from 27th to the top 16 and goes to the finals, it's going to be one of the greatest last gasp runs at the end of a season that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Three, one.
Had to play that last one with another backhand. Anton Shelbery perhaps would have been better to play a forehand, but Moregard drawing some impatience out of him there with those fishes.
4-1.
Moregard would be keen to get into that final with Lin Shidong, having never beaten him before.
2-4.
But I mean, Anton Shelbery got very close to Lin Shidong at the China Smash. Took him to the final game.
Lin Shidong said he doesn't really mind who he plays, which of the two of them. He knows it's going to be a wonderful match. He knows it's going to be difficult. He's done that on a few occasions now. Makes it look so routine.
So clever. He knows TRULS so well. He knows what TRULS wants to want. After he does that kind of dummy backhand, tries to kind of just play it slower with less topspin.
World number 27, and he's getting closer and closer to his first ever Champions final.
7-2.
He's in a really difficult place now, Truls Moregard. And that's credit to him. He's playing superbly.
Let 7-2.
Oh, he needed a little help from the net cord. All assistance gratefully received at this stage of the match.
Have a play from Moregard here, trying to create a juxtaposition.
Tiniest of connections with the net, but it matters, doesn't it?
Oh,
Brilliant from Moregard to get back into a point that he looked to have lost, courtesy of his brilliance.
this one out of the middle was mind-blowing, soaring across the Infinity Arena. So majestic.
Eight, 4.
Let's enjoy this again.
quarter point.
Nine, 4.
He looks verging on unstoppable at the moment, Anton Shelberi.
Moregard's trying to vary the spin and speed, but as long as he's got time on the ball, Shelberi will make the ball. Double-handed backhand, oh my goodness.
5, 9.
Well, he tried the hand switch drop shot, didn't he, against his former teammate Omar Assar on match point. That would have been even more impressive, especially if he would have won the point. I mean, the double-handed backhand in itself, Ollie, was crazy.
It's just utterly mesmerising to watch.
5.
Shows you how confident he is, Anton Shelberi.
He didn't win that point with the flamboyant double-handed backhand, but he might be about to win this game.
$11, 5.
The game goes to
Shelberi.
Shelberi. He lost the first one and incredibly has won 3 in a row. So 11-5. Let's have a look at a few particularly impressive winners from Anton Shelberi.
Some of the shot making from Shelberi has been surreal. Could he make it to the finals?
The WTT finals themselves in Fukuoka at the Kitakyushu General Gymnasium, the 20th to 24th of November. You can get your tickets by going to worldtabletennis.com/Fukuoka. You can watch it all with us. This is fairly plausible at the moment. He's the world number 27. We know what a brilliant player Anton Shelberi is, but he's never made a champions semi-final. He hadn't made a champions quarter-final. He might be about to make a champions final. He might be about to get to the finals. It's stunning.
5th game, Moregard to serve. Love all.
But one dare not count out Truls Moregard.
Love, 1.
Now he's at that age, isn't he, Anton Shelberi? Approaching that prime age of about 27, 28. He's here now.
1.
It's taken some time for him to realise that he belongs here at the top of the game. He represents Sweden, a country of such rich table tennis history. And do you know what? They've done so well, the Swedish men. The resurgence of them has been one of my favourite talking points in 2024.
Excellently taken.
1. All.
He'll know, though, won't he, Anton Shelberi, that Truls Moregard is perfectly capable of coming back into this match.
Oh, absolutely.
We all know it, based on what we've seen from him.
Because he's so
3,
crafty, Truls.
2.
He knows how to make his opponent uncomfortable. He knows how to go against the grain, how to break a pattern.
All.
But there is a purpose and intensity about Anton Shelberi at the moment. A belief too, perhaps.
And he just knows exactly how to change the way that he meets the ball, the way that he opens his racket and body slightly. against the flatter shots of Moregard.
I asked you at the start how it is that you expect the unexpected, how it is that you deal with the threat posed by TRULS MOREGARD. And what Anton Shelberry has done is illustrate a way to do it.
5,
But he's not
3.
quite done it yet.
Moregard contacting the ball so finely with the flick, and then with this loop, he's distancing himself further away from the table there.
5, 4.
He's been trying to attack against Shelberry, who likes that constant pace, that constant rhythm. Well, Moregard defensively tried to do something differently.
4, 6. Four, 7.
A lot stronger this from the younger man.
Display. 7.
Wonderful,
5.
emphatic take from Anton Shelberry. Good point.
Popped it up, how quickly he comes in over this one. Put so much pressure on the receiver. Have to make a quality one, otherwise that's going to happen.
They're the kind of dream points you want to play against TRULS MOREGARD, aren't they? The ones where he's got no chance to be creative.
You've got to try and finish the rally quickly.
Brilliant defence.
Yeah, he's never going to lose those kind of points, Moregard. He could take you out 1,000 ways once he's got some time on the ball. Laying down the law with his forehand slaps. Very clever.
5, 9.
Changes his mind there as he sees Anton Shelberry drift out. Playing with more flair, thinking outside the box a bit more now, Moregard. Momentum for him.
Winning a lot more points too. 6 of the last 8.
6,
Sense of impending
9.
change of direction.
Nine, 7.
Or not, perhaps.
I think Moregard would be getting a bit more frustrated than what he is now. He wasn't playing against a teammate.
10,
He's
7.
got the chance here to extend this contest. He's got 3 game points in the 5th.
11,
And that
7.
is exactly what he's done. TRULS MOREGARD wins game number 5. He's still got 1 more required to force a decider. But he's on the road. He's on the road to recovery. We continue. MOREGARD wins the 5th. Now what?
Time.
Can Truls MOREGARD force this into a deciding game. From an entertainment standpoint, it cannot be begrudged. It would be lovely to see as much of this match as possible, frankly.
Sixth game, Schellberg to serve. Love all. One, love.
Every moment captured. That's the gift of Whoop. Shop now.
Difficult to come out of that with a win. Readjustment required.
How quickly he gets out at the base of the table to spin this ball.
Love.
Something to think about just for a moment is what...
Timeout.
Well, we'll come back to that actually because there's a timeout being called. Because Truls MOREGARD just wants to have a moment of reflection, which he needs because he's 3-love down in what could be his final game in this event. They are watching on with concern. Something to ponder, as everyone has something to ponder, especially him. If you're Lin Shidong, you've got two totally different players that you could meet in the final. What are the challenges for Lin, depending on who he plays of the two of them?
He's going to get less time on the ball when he plays someone like Anton Schalbury, but more complex balls to have to deal with if he faces Truls MOREGARD.
And I wonder which of the two of them, despite his diplomatic answer, he really
Love.
would prefer
Three.
to face, if anyone at all. I suppose if you're Lin Shidong, you don't really care because you're so confident.
Four. Love.
This is hard for Truls MOREGARD at the moment.
Four. One.
MOREGARD has the ability to play a point on its own merit, regardless of the score. We've seen him make bigger comebacks, such as against Im Jong-hoon at the Worlds, which he ended up making the final of in Houston.
1-5.
Showing similar levels of frustration here, MOREGARD.
The only problem is that he's running out of those points to play on their own merit. It's one of the most useful skills, isn't it, in any athlete to be able to take it a point at a time.
2-5.
And that's what he did there.
Very heavy spin shot, but again, MOREGARD with his forehand counter. It's so low, so relaxed.
6.
He knows how to make his own rhythm, generate force off a slow ball, but here, the angle of this touch was decent from Anton Schalbury.
Seven.
How much pressure he is exerting. How impressive his performance has been. World number 27, Anton Schalbury.
Three.
I think in a way, even though there are tougher opponents to face than Anton Schalbury, this is one of the last men that Truls would have wanted to have faced. It's a bittersweet moment, regardless of what happens.
One of them is to be the first Swedish player in a WTT Champions final. It looks as though it is going to be Anton Kjellberg. Still he fights on.
Amazing hands. The chop block, perfectly timed. Nice feeling from Anton. And then MOREGARD with that scoop. Huge stroke, great angle, great side spin and top spin. It was a dance, wasn't it? Kjellberg couldn't put a foot wrong.
He's close to dancing for joy. Brilliantly met. Amazing to take that point. What a recovery from Anton Kjellberg in that point, in this match, and in this season. 6 match points. Well saved.
10.
Huge pressure.
Timeout.
MOREGARD not interested in starting an exhibition here. You only see it if he's on the winning side. He obviously still feels as well like he's got a chance in this game.
Timeout, Kjellberg. Much to think about. He's almost there. 1 more point, that's all. What must it feel like to sit there and know that you just need 1 more point to get into a WTT Champions final? To know that that point needs to be won against your brother-in-arms at the Olympic Games, against your friend, against somebody whose face you've got to avoid looking at right now. It's somebody who wants to be there every bit as much as you.
Five, 10.
In the home of the Brothers Grimm in Frankfurt.